The patch notes for the newest patch in NBA 2K23, and they did address some key issues that a lot of players in 2K23 were concerned about. It's pretty interesting stuff. We finna get into all the details. Drop a like, drop a sub if you can. This is all in preparation for Season 2 dropping this Friday. It says here are some key changes in the upcoming NBA 2K23 update this week. Now, I'm gonna go over the gameplay portion of these patch notes and also the My Career portion. I think those are the major changes that took place within this patch here. So we're gonna get on over to gameplay. I'm gonna leave a link for these patch notes in the description below in case you guys want to follow along. And also, if you guys are looking for players to run with on NBA 2K23, come on out and join our Discord. The link for Discord will be in the description below. 24,000 members, 24,000 players for you guys to run with. As far as gameplay is concerned, we'll go over each bullet point. It says fix the problem with certain standing layups that would cause them to fade away from the rim instead of towards it. Now, how often has this happened to you guys? This has been an ongoing problem since last year or the year before, so I'm glad to see that 2K realized this was a problem and they're working to address it. The next bullet point says address an issue where the user could momentarily lose control while defensive shading. The next bullet point, which I'm sure a lot of you players aren't concerned with because I don't see a lot of players running the Dream Shake badge. It says the Dream Shake badge will now lessen the penalty when chaining multiple fakes together. And I'm not sure, is the Dream Shake badge supposed to be OP? That's why it needed a nerf? You guys let me know if you're running Dream Shake and it's like overpowered. The next bullet point, the run game plan series will now work correctly using on-the-fly coaching. Next bullet point, certain post animations that were not playing as intended have now been properly enabled. So it looks like 2K really put some emphasis into post scoring and try to narrow down how to make it like the most balanced. The next bullet point is shot fakes that could force the player to go out of bounds unintentionally will no longer do so. Just reading off these bullet points, it looks like 2K is honing in on a ton of like the little issues, the minor issues that are plaguing gameplay. The next bullet point is CPU players no longer use layup timing as they were unrealistically proficient with it. The next bullet point is the free throw difficulty slider will now function correctly. The next bullet point is fix some problems with controllable rim hangs that were causing players to vault into the air unexpectedly. What in the goofy type of mess is this? I haven't seen this yet. You guys let me know if you were able to kind of vault yourself into the air after rim hanging. Let's scroll on up. It says air balls will no longer occur when shot timing is slightly early, slightly late, or better. And I think that was an issue. It wasn't an issue that happened constant, but when you shoot a slightly early and you airball, that's really disheartening. So it might have happened to a lot of you players out there. I know we spoke about it often. It was like a slightly early. You felt like you didn't really miss-time your shot and it was an airball. So it looks like 2K is taking care of that. At least if you slightly earlier to hit the rim, give you guys an opportunity to get the O board. The next bullet point is shot timing will now work correctly for hook shots when playing online games. So they really did work on the post scoring, or at least in this update they kept a close eye on the post scoring. The next bullet point, the frequency of contact dunks on lower difficulty levels has been increased. So a little more animations going in your favor in regards to your finishing contact dunk frequency increased. Next bullet point is made shots will now have more ball rim physics interaction variation rather than always swishing. And I think this is a good thing. If you guys don't know what all of that meant right there, is now at least the ball could kind of, when it's not going to just all net when you shoot the rock and it's a green, because you know there's not as much suspense in there, and then everybody could just kind of get back and nobody's thinking of what they should or shouldn't do. Adding a little variation, even if the shot goes in, I think is a good thing, where people will still be boxing out wondering if the ball is going to come off the rim, things like that. So they made that adjustment, so I'm happy to hear that. Next bullet point, fixed favorite plays not showing up in many modes for on-the-fly coaching. Next bullet point, resolve the rare hang that could occur during certain inbound plays. In regards to inbounding as well, I think it's definitely something that 2K needs to work on. It's too easy for the defense because there's no motion on the inbound for like the offense. So the defense could really trap the offensive players and turn the ball over very easily. So I think 2K needs to take a closer look on those inbounds. Next bullet point, various Michael Jordan signature animations have been updated. updated. And the last time that I remember them updating a Michael Jordan animation is when they stuck his tongue out. So maybe that's what this is, who knows. Next bullet point, added new facial expressions to several animations. And I just mentioned that, so that very well may be it, the facial animation for Michael Jordan. City, Pro-Am, Rec, and the Theater game modes. Many improvements to performance and stability have been made to enhance the overall experience in the city. Sound off in the comments section if one of those things have been changed that you were concerned about, or if you think of any changes that needed to happen. Sound off in the comments section. Next bullet point, the court status overlay is now available when standing on the next spot in the city. Next bullet point, reduce the delay in exiting a court after winning a game in the city. Next bullet point, the remaining player in head-to-head games will now be awarded a win if all the players have left. I'm sure a lot of you guys are happy to hear that as well. Next one is games played in the theater will now properly count towards the user's skill level progression. And I think they're talking about like the GOAT status progression type of stuff. So maybe that's a good thing. Games played in the theater will now like count towards that progression. That's really good to hear. Various fixes and improvements have been made to private matchmaking and squads, including when entering the event center. Now, I haven't been in any of the events in 2K23, so let me know what they're referring to in the comment section. Several changes related to invites have been made to increase stability and better streamline the experience. And I think 2K23 has done a good job so far of allowing us to join our friends and play online. So I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to, but as long as they're making something better in regards to joining your friends, they're trying to streamline that experience, that's gonna be a good thing for everybody. The end of 2K22 was a nightmare joining friends, so I'm glad that we're off to a good start in 2K23. The next one says various updates have been made to games on the district courts in the city to improve the experience and ensure intended progression. Next one is fixed an issue that could cause some weekly quests to expire early, and I think those quests are used to like get those perk badges, and I know folks were scrambling to complete those Ellis challenges. Addressed various issues with the stat overlays in Pro-Am games to improve their accuracy. Fixed the rare issue that could cause players to be invisible when entering ante-up. Next one is resolved an issue with adrenaline boosts, occasionally displaying the incorrect number remaining. The next one is resolved an issue that was causing the shot meter to be invisible when shooting in Brickley's gym. Next bullet point, individual tattoos can now be properly removed when there is more than one on a particular body part. Let's get on over into my career, quests, and progression. Multiple fixes and adjustments have been made to improve the overall quest experience and ensure proper progression throughout the mode. The next one is core my player progression speed has been slightly increased. Hopefully they're talking about being able to core the core challenges. That's what I hope they're referring to, allowing you guys to core your badges. But I know a ton of you guys are about to sound off in the comment section about not being able to core particular badges. I dropped a video on that, it's on the channel by the way. Fixed an issue that was preventing certain tier 3 badges from being cored. That was the next bullet point, so that's good to hear. Fix the rare issue that caused certain equipped animations to reset to default. Another huge issue. And did they say, hold on a second, did they say a rare issue? I think everybody go, hold on a second. Fixed a rare issue that could cause certain equipped animations to reset to default. Are you kidding me? This thing was happening like every time you load up your game. Your animations are reset, your shot meter's on, your like who the guard is back on, your defensive settings are back up to default. It's pretty wild. But they called it rare, so 2K is not aware of how often this was happening to players. Several changes have been made to improve photo quests, particularly ones using the tripod. Badge progression will now work correctly when playing games on the district courts in the city. Next one is resolved an issue that was preventing certain users from continuing after playing one of the games at Dreamer Park in the It's a Cold World quest line. Let's scroll on up. Fixed an issue with certain Coach Grave quests where he wouldn't be present in the locker room and the user would be unable to progress. made additional updates to the Palace Entry quest to help users stuck on certain objectives, resolved a rare issue that could cause saves to be blocked on load due to not being able to enter the arena, fixed a rare issue that prevented certain NPCs from being present when attempting to do selfie quests with them. Imagine you got a quest to take a selfie with an NPC and then the NPC is just not even there. The next bullet point resolved an issue where users could get stuck with the inline skates equipped after a time trial, which could prevent them from completing quests requiring other vehicles. Insane that was even happening. Resolved an issue that could cause season-specific stat quests to progress incorrectly. Relaxed some of the requirements on city stat quests so that they can be more easily completed with any type of build. Next bullet point addressed an issue with a handful of daily and weekly quests that could cause them to not have a title/description in the display. The next bullet point, quests requiring personal brand increases in non-NBA games will now be accurately tracked. And the next and last bullet point that I'll be reading off is the rewards for the Chris Brickley quests are now correctly displayed. Man, that was a ton of fixes by 2K. I commend 2K for finally giving us this update. It seems like it's long overdue, but the game hasn't even been out a month and a half yet, so I think 2K is doing a good job with addressing a lot of the concerns from the 2K community. You guys let me know your thoughts about this new update and the new changes coming to NBA 2K23. It should make our experience much better when we get on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV for more NBA 2K23 news, information, and updates. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.